Welcome to another deep dive. Today, well, we're pulling back the curtain a bit on something we see all the time, celebrity interviews.
Hmm.
We're going to dig into the specific language, the techniques used in entertainment journalism. And honestly, I think you'll be surprised how deliberate it all is.
It really is quite calculated, isn't it?
Yeah. So our main source for this is this interesting guide called Celebrity Interview, English Media Practice. Now, okay, it's aimed at language learners originally.
Right.
But for us, it gives this unique window into the actual mechanics of these big interviews. It reveals way more than just vocabulary, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's really our mission today, isn't it? To unpack why certain questions get asked, why that polite tone is so crucial.
Yeah, the tone.
And also that specific vocabulary, the jargon of celebrity culture. You'll see how it all works together, hopefully, to make an interview feel smooth, but also, informative,
Yeah,
engaging.
absolutely. And hopefully you'll pick up some practical phrases, maybe some things you can even adapt yourself, plus some surprising insights. Think of it as a shortcut to understanding, maybe even sounding a bit like a talk show host yourself.
Or just being a more savvy media consumer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's deal.
So first off, let's set the scene. You've got the interviewer, the star, the lights. Our source really hammers home that setting the right atmosphere isn't just like basic good manners, it's critical.
It really is.
But what does that mean, really? Setting the right atmosphere? Is it just being nice, or is there something more strategic going on?
Oh, definitely more strategic. That's a great point. See, in these interviews, politeness isn't just about, saying please and thank you.
Right.
It's a tool, a key almost. It's how you unlock maybe more thoughtful, genuine responses from people who are often, let's face it, pretty guarded.
Yeah, they have to be, I guess.
It builds that rapport, shows respect, and kind of invites the celebrity to relax a bit. Maybe open up.
That makes total sense. And the material we looked at gives us some really specific examples, like a toolkit of these polite phrases.
Mm-hmm.
Things like starting with, "It's an absolute pleasure to have you here." What does that do immediately?
Well, it's instant warmth, isn't it? It disarms them a little, sets that welcoming tone. It says, we value you being here.
Right, not like an interrogation.
Exactly.
Yep.
It primes them, maybe, for a more open conversation from the get-go.
Yeah. And it continues throughout, right? The source points out phrases for different moments, like, to start a question, let me start by asking.
Gentle. Yeah.
Or if you're getting a bit more personal, if you don't mind sharing.
Acknowledges potential sensitivity.
And involving the viewers, our audience is curious to know. Makes it feel less direct, maybe.
Yeah, less like it's just the interviewer prying.
Then there are ones like, "You've had an incredible journey. Could you tell us more?" That's quite flattering, actually.
It is, and it's open-ended. Invites storytelling.
And showing you're listening. That's fascinating. Thank you for being so open.
Crucial for building trust. Shows appreciation.
Even the ending has a structure. We're almost out of time, but one last question. Polite way to wrap up.
Right. Signals the end respectfully.
And we see this in action in the sample dialogue they provide. The host, Elena, she starts with, "Daniel, first of all, congratulations on the incredible success of Shadows of Tomorrow. It's been called one of your most powerful performances. What drew you to this role?"
You hear it immediately, don't you? That warm, professional, almost deferential tone, like you said.
Yeah, it's welcoming. It's not confrontational at all.
And I think a key takeaway here for you listening is that learning these kinds of phrases isn't just for journalists.
Good point.
I mean, whether you're talking to someone well-known or, frankly, just trying to be more professional and respectful in any conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
These things matter. They show emotional intelligence. They build trust. That's useful everywhere, right?
Absolutely. Okay,
Sure.
so you've set the tone, built some trust, but then what do you actually ask?
Right. The questions themselves.
Our source talks about how interviewers aim for depth, not just, surface stuff. It's about asking the right kinds of questions.
It's insightful ones.
Yeah, and the analysis gives us a good list. Things like, what inspired you to take on this role?
Goes beyond just, did you like the script?
Exactly. Or, how do you prepare for emotionally intense scenes? Gets into the craft.
The process.
And then there's the personal side. How has fame changed your day-to-day life? That's a big one.
Always fascinating for audiences.
And what's the most surprising thing about working in the industry?
Yeah, these are good because they're open-ended, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not yes, no.
Right.
They invite stories, reflection, maybe a personal anecdote. They're designed to get more thoughtful, detailed answers. They let the celebrity share their own perspective.
And the source also includes some lighter ones, but they can still be revealing. Like, can you share a funny moment from behind the scenes?
Humanizes them, shows a different side.
Or getting back to the work. What message do you hope your audience takes away from this film?
Connects the art to the audience.
And asking about influences, who has been your biggest influence as an artist?
Gives context to their career.
And the classic, always gotta ask, what's next for you?
Forward look, yeah.
And Daniel King's answers in that sample dialogue really show what these questions can achieve. Like when Alana asks what drew him to the role, he doesn't just give a generic answer.
No, he says something like,
He says the emotional depth of the character really resonated with me. It challenged me in ways I hadn't experienced before.
see? That gives you a real glimpse into his thinking, his process as an actor, much more engaging.
Totally. And then his answer about staying grounded.
Oh yeah, the fame question.
He says, I try to focus on the work, surround myself with people who keep me real, and I stay away from reading the comments online.
You can almost hear the self-deprecating chuckle there, can't you? Makes him seem relatable.
Oh.
And that's exactly what interviewers often want. You know, that thoughtful, detailed answer, maybe with natural pauses, some emotion, and yeah, those little humorous bits that make the celebrity feel authentic,
Yeah.
personable.
Okay, so we've got the polite tone, the deep questions. But how much of understanding these interviews is about knowing the actual, like, insider language, the lingo of the entertainment world?
Ah, yeah. That's crucial too.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
It is, because beyond the tone and the questions, there's this whole other layer. The actual vocabulary, the source calls it celebrity culture vocabulary, and you really do need it to fully grasp what's being discussed sometimes.
Right, so we're talking about terms like A-list versus B-list, define status straight away.
Instantly.
Then blockbuster, everyone knows that means a huge hit film. And paparazzi,
The photographers.
relentless ones.
We hear about red carpet events all the time, the glamour, the premieres.
And box office success, that's the money side. Did the film make bank? And the material gives good examples too, right? Like sentence examples.
Yeah, really helpful ones. Like after her award-winning performance, she became a household name. Tells you about her impact, her rise.
Okay. Or the actor faced intense pressure from the paparazzi during filming. That paints a picture of the scrutiny.
Exactly. Conveys that constant public eye.
What else? Oh, award-winning performance. Obviously important. On-screen chemistry.
Ah, yeah, when the actors just click visually, makes the story believable.
Method acting. That specific technique some actors use. A star's fan base.
The dedicated followers.
And that feeling of chaos, the media frenzy.
You got it. These terms, they're like the building blocks, really, for
Yeah.
talking about the industry.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is this vocabulary isn't just jargon for the sake of it. It's kind of the linguistic framework for how fame and media interact.
Like shorthand.
Exactly. It lets people discuss complex stuff about the whole entertainment ecosystem pretty concisely. It's how the industry talks about itself and, well, how you can understand and talk about it too.
Okay, so we've covered tone, questions, vocabulary. What does this all mean for you listening at home?
Right. How does this apply?
Well, all these insights,
Yeah.
the politeness, the deep questions, the special words, they're not just for journalists, are they?
Not at all.
They're actually pretty valuable tools for anyone, for understanding communication better, maybe even sharpening your own skills.
Yes, Selling.
And the source actually encourages you to try this stuff out with some practice prompts, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, make it active.
Like, imagine interviewing your favorite celebrity. Okay. Then try writing, say, 3 thoughtful questions using the techniques we talked about.
Good exercise.
Then maybe try using 3 of those celebrity terms, like paparazzi or blockbuster or on-screen chemistry, just naturally in a sentence, see how it feels.
Get comfortable with the language.
And if you're feeling really adventurous, you could even try recording yourself for like a minute, pretending to be a celebrity answering a question.
Huh. Channel your inner A-lister.
Yeah. Try to sound thoughtful, use natural pauses, maybe throw in a little relatable humor.
Why not? Actually, engaging with these prompts like that is super valuable. It's not just memorizing words.
Right.
It builds your confidence using this stuff. It makes you think more critically about how these media interactions are put together. And it really deepens your understanding of communication dynamics, especially in these sort of high-stakes situations.
Right. It takes you from just passively listening or watching.
To actively thinking, maybe even creating. Makes you a sharper consumer of media, definitely. And maybe a better communicator, too.
So just to wrap up this deep dive then, We've seen how celebrity interviews aren't just random chats. They're carefully crafted, aren't they?
Meticulously, yeah.
Through this blend of uh, polite, respectful questions, insightful questions that try to go deeper than the surface,
Right.
and that whole specialized vocabulary that defines the industry itself. It all comes together.
And if you think about the bigger picture, it really shows how these structured conversations, they do more than just inform. They actively shape how we perceive these public figures, right?
Yeah, how we see them in the industry.
They build narratives, create personas,
Mhm.
all through carefully chosen words and questions.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to maybe mull over.
Hmm.
When you see an A-list actor, like that Daniel King example, giving a really thoughtful answer about, say, staying grounded despite the media frenzy, how much of that is truly spontaneous, off-the-cuff insight? And how much might be a well-practiced performance, something crafted specifically for the interview?
The performance within the performance.
Exactly. What does that distinction tell us about the actual art of the interview itself? Something to think about.